I think the only question
I've been having lots of fun doing it.
A year ago.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, guys? So if you didn't know, Adam Mcintyre recently posted a very shocking video that has so many people talking about what he went through and what Cody Rants went through as well. Now, for those of you who are not caught up on the drama, and I know that Mcintyre does not like when people say this, but basically he called out the famous YouTuber Colleen Ballinger, or is it Miranda Sings? Because she like sent him panties or something like that when he was like a young kid. And I just kind of feel like that was in poor taste of her. And I think she might have played it off like as a joke or whatever. And it very well could be, but it was a very bad joke in poor taste. And I feel that any YouTuber who's gonna sit there and send a minor at that time panties needs to be held accountable. And when I say that, because Colleen Ballinger, and I know that a lot of people do love her because the Miranda Sings character, which she's had like such an amazing career, but it's not without her faults either. And the reason I'm making this video is because watching Adam Mcintyre, and I wanted to cover Adam McIntyre's video because I had to write down notes because I was kind of like emotional. This is the second time making this video. I felt like I wanted to cover it because I've been through trauma too as a youth, being molested and things like that. And even though he didn't go through that with Miranda, I feel like in some weird way, it was damaging to his mental as a child to look up to somebody who has millions of subscribers and followers, going to the meet and greets, and ultimately she kind of like manipulated him because he was such a fan. And I feel like that really just effed with his head, because I know it did with me when I was a kid. And again, I'm still in Hollywood today. I'm working closely with my doctors. For those who know, I suffer with an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's, and I really want to just make sure the numbers are either the same or getting better. So I'm out here working with what I feel is a really great doctor for that. So I'm making the flights back and forth from Beverly Hills, Hollywood to Houston. So you'll see this set up quite for often right now, but that'll be for another video. So when I saw his video come up, he felt like he was in some way like vindictive. No, wait, that's not the word. You know, I didn't go to the best schools. Validated, there you go. Because Cody Rants posted a video basically aligning with what I said prior. And what frustrates me the most about this whole entire situation, taking Colleen out of it, taking Adam, taking Cody Rants out of it, what really frustrates me the most is that if it was anybody else, if it was a male YouTuber, okay, if Mr. Beast, a Logan Paul, a Jake Paul, Ace Family, whatever, you throw a really big, successful, insert male famous YouTuber here, they would have been held to the fire and dragged through the coals of hell. But because Colleen Ballinger is a woman, I feel like she gets a pass. I think that's what I feel like it. Now, I don't feel like she deserves a pass, but I've said this before prior, maybe in private conversations or on a video, I don't know, but I know I've said it. It feels like it's a double standard. Here you have a YouTuber, Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Sings, sending underage kids panties, weaponizing her audience to take people down, and they showed their receipts. All that to say this is I'm going to read some receipts that I have here. Now, this is coming from Kat Timbar. She says, taking advantage of a young fan is one of the most manipulative, predatory things a person with influence can do. The power dynamic between a fan and their idol is so intense, especially when the fan is a child. There's nothing equal about the relationship. Groupie culture has become much more scalable with the internet and social media. Having group chats and one-on-one conversations with fans is easy, seamless, and commonplace. The outcomes are usually horrible for the fans. But even if the relationships aren't sexually predatory, the dynamic is still ripe for abuse. The fan is experiencing an extreme form of wish fulfillment by being able to have a real friendship or relationship with their idol. Intense feelings aren't reciprocated. It is fundamentally impossible for the person with influence to have a relationship on equal footing with the fan, especially a big fan. That person comes into the relationship already idolizing them, which makes them more suggestible to and vulnerable to manipulation and abuse. The fan already has parasocial relationship with their idol that the idol can't reciprocate. The fan is a stranger to them. The idol is already well known to the fan. There's a sense of trust and familiarity and knowledge that can't be reciprocated and usually isn't. There are a lot of celebrities and people with influence who take advantage of their fans for emotional labor, creative labor, like running their socials, free marketing, and communication with the fandom at large, etc. It's normalized and looked over, but it's predatory and unethical. It is especially when there's a power dynamic in the group chat with influencers talking to their fans in group chats. It never ends well. And that sums up what I'm basically trying to say. I feel like Miranda manipulated these fans to her advantage so that way she can have some sense of control over them, and I get why she did it.
I think the only question I have for you is like what changed, like to like make it now, like what was it within like you made like, you know, sorry I'm like not phrasing that good, but like
Okay, well, it's pretty easy. A year ago, I wanted to make this video because that's when Corey blocked me, like I talked about in my video. And I was planning on making it. But then Colleen's fandom like found out that I was going to make the video. And I believe, Colleen sent her fans to bully me off the internet. And so I got so scared about them like attacking me that I decided not to do it. And so recently I took like almost a 4-month hiatus off making videos because I just wanted to work on myself and my mental health. And during this time, I worked on like the trauma from dealing with Colleen. And my therapist told me I should just make the video. She's like, you need to talk about this. You need to share this, and it'll help you finally get closure. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And so when I decided that I was going to come back to YouTube, I thought, what better way to come back than, and also a way to show that I've changed by just being completely honest and even showing stuff that makes me look bad, to prove that I'm a different person. I don't agree with these things that I did, and also expose people that I think are horrible and have not changed in the past 3 years. Because after what happened to you, and I saw what happened to you, I realized I cannot trust who I was associating with, and I need to be really careful about who I talk to. And coming back and seeing like them not do the right thing in the past 3 years, because I have only kept up with them through your channel. Yeah. Okay, I don't watch your stuff. I don't want to. I hyperventilate and freak out. I just started watching like content of theirs again through your channel, and I was like, wow, they have not changed. They're the same people. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to show it all. Yeah. And so I was pulling out through all my iCloud stuff. I'm really mad that I couldn't find my screen recordings because I had more stuff. But I found what I could, and I was like, I'm just making it. And I don't care if I get hated. I don't care if I get the fandom to come after me because I did the right thing. Yeah. And I'm just not scared anymore. Yeah. And I think that you knowing the truth is also really important. I think everyone else seeing what kind of person Colleen was, because she would send people after people who were bullying her. Like, she would see hate comments, post them in group chats, and tell us to attack people. Yeah. Like, that was the way she was when I was in the fandom. And she's still that way very clearly to me, especially with like seeing the podcast with her and Trisha. She's still very much a mean girl. Yeah. And she does not deserve to have any platform, especially with what she does to kids.
But I think she overstepped her boundary, especially when they're so young. They did it for free. And Adam McIntyre's mom even got involved. A lot of people don't even know. A lot of people don't even know the tea, okay? Adam McIntyre's mom literally grabbed the phone out of his hand and was like, you're talking to my son, and this is his mom. And after that, she stopped. Miranda had stopped because she could have sued. Listen, I think the biggest mistake Adam McIntyre and his mom ever made is not going after legal and trying to sue Miranda. Because I guarantee you, at that point, he wouldn't be making YouTube videos anymore. He would have just been off in the shade with a glass of lemonade, spending her millions and millions of dollars, rightfully so. I feel like, and I'll probably get hate for it, and he may agree or disagree, but I feel like Adam McIntyre was abused mentally by Miranda for years, however long they were talking for. And not only just him, but others people too. And not only that, but the trauma and the stress that Adam McIntyre had to go through with dealing with the Miranda fans coming after him, okay? Because let's not forget about that. I have been on the blunt end of people just coming after me before, and this, I'm not trying to make this about myself, but what I'm trying to say is I know how it feels to have a large amount of people coming after you and saying that they don't like you, they don't like this, how dare you, you need to apologize. I get the gig. And I think that Miranda Sings, I keep calling her Miranda Sings, is it Miranda, Amanda, I don't even, whatever, Colleen Ballinger, the timing of this is so interesting because Miranda Sings is on this podcast now with Trisha Paytas. So now all eyes are going to be on that podcast and on what Colleen Ballinger has to say, because will she finally step forward and give an apology, a good one, not one with the gray hoodie, you know what I'm saying, cry in the house. I think that she owes. Can we just, if you made this far in the video, can you just leave a heart in the comments? And if not, also leave this comment too. I want to see another comment that says, Colleen Ballinger needs to apologize, not only to Adam McIntyre, Cody Ranch too. And there's who else? I feel like why she should do it? Because you know we're gonna pick it apart that she's lying in the house. Oh, she's only doing it because we called her out on it. But I feel like she needs to apologize. I really do. And I don't think that these people are going to get the closure that they want or the closure that they deserve, because I do not think that Colleen is going to do an open apology. And if she does she grabs her phone, you know how you can do little text messages or like the notepad, some notepad apology or Instagram story. Oh my gosh. And the thing is, right, Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger, she had a great career. She had great YouTube videos. She parlayed that into having a little baby. She had a baby. She had a book. She had a Netflix series, which flopped, whatever. But like, she was doing really good for her. She had a really good run. And it's sad to see that here she is, gonna be labeled as a girl who be sending underage boys panties, whether it be a joke or not. And I feel, and I will say this again, if she was a man and did that to an underage girl, the internet would be aflame. But because she's a pretty looking girl who sent her panties to a boy, oh, you know, people are making that big of a deal. But I'm sitting here, I'm telling you, it is. It is. And the fact that people aren't talking about it, it's gonna get picked up. I feel like because she's such a big name and she's such like a big celebrity, internet celebrity, and I feel like it could possibly be picked up by Variety, Women's Wear Daily, other big publications that are gonna bring this to light. Colleen Ballinger sending underage boys panties, that's a headline right there. Colleen Ballinger manipulating her underage fans to do her dirty work. That's it right there. I don't know. The whole thing is sad, and I do feel she deserves to give an apology to these people that she has hurt. That's, you know, I've never gotten an apology from my abuser when I was a kid, so I get the gig. But at the same time, I feel like it would have got closed. I could have got closure. But you know, I have this motto, and I always say, "Let go and let God." And that's gotten me through so much. You know, just what's meant to be, it's meant to be. Just let go and let God. Let it be, all right? And like, I'm not saying that works for everybody, but it's just always worked for me. And so I think that Adam in this video here really felt a sense of pride, because he didn't feel like he actually had someone on his side. He didn't feel alone. So when he made this video and Cody rants to back him up, and now people who turned their back on Adam are now like, okay, you know, I see that you weren't lying about all the stuff with Colleen, because for the longest time, a lot of people were saying that he was clout chasing off of Miranda Sings, especially because there's been instances where he like is a big fan of a celebrity and he goes and meets them, right? But I mean, that's perfectly normal. If you really like someone, you're gonna go wait in line and meet them, and especially when you're a young kid. So they were like, oh, you're just clout chasing, you just want to use her for views and clout. Miranda Sings is an angel, she's so perfect, she pays my bills. Did you stone those tights? Oh, she can do no wrong. Oh, you're beautiful, you look like Linda Evangelista. Miranda Sings can do no wrong. And I feel like she did do some wrong. I feel like Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger, did abuse some of her power, and she did manipulate young people to boost her views, boost her sales, send emails to Netflix to not discontinue the show, use her audience to go against other people who just had a difference of opinion about them and stuff like that. You know, I always say just let people talk, right? Like, just if they don't like you, just let them talk, let them say what they gotta say. No need to like get in that and start drama. Just let them vent. And I feel like Colleen Ballinger, if someone didn't like your stupid Netflix series or your stupid videos or your a born baby, whatever you want to say, you know, I'm gonna get canceled for that now. She has a born kid, but like whatever. Wouldn't be the first time. But I'm trying to say this is that like just let people talk, let people have their opinion, whether it's right or wrong. Just let them talk about it. Colleen, for you to interject and send your massive amount of fans to go and attack for what? Because here we are. Just let people spin. And I really want her to, you know what? Trisha Paytas, you know Trisha Paytas is just dying to sit there on that podcast and be like, so Colleen, do you want to talk about this video that Adam McIntyre and Cody Rants put out about you? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I will be watching. I will be watching. And to Cody Rants and Adam McIntyre, at least you got some sort of closure about it. And I get it, you know, like I've always liked someone a lot, and then you just find out that they're just like maybe not the greatest person that you thought they were. Been there, done that. You know, they always say never meet your idols and stuff like that. I met one last night. I went to Gay Pride here in WeHo, and there was this one guy I follow on social media. He has like millions of followers, and there he was in the middle of the street in WeHo, Gay Pride, totally just drunk the house, showing his ass, just drunk the house. I was like, oh my God, I love your work. I love your art. It's, oh my God. And he was like, thanks, man. I was like, yeah, okay. Anyways, all that to say this, I'm glad that Adam McIntyre and Cody Rants have mended fences, it seems like. And I feel like a lot of people are opening up their eyes to Colleen Ballinger or Miranda Sings, and this to see that this kid was not lying about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what and it's sad, but that's what I feel. Okay. Now, as of the time of making this video, Adam McIntyre is on Twitter. He is popping off about this. I mean, just this morning. Let me find the tea, because I hardly ever get on Twitter. I swear. I use an app where I don't even go on Twitter. It just posts. Does that make sense? So forgive me. I barely even know how to work my phone. Look. Oh my God. There's so much tea. There is so much. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Oh, I do want to play this clip, though. I do want to play this clip.
But even then, I mean, you know, stan mentality, but even just at a baseline of how it went. So I wrote in the group chat and was like, and by the way, look at this, Adam, you need questions for your Q&A? Are you a virgin? And then she goes on.
This is Colleen in a group chat with children. They're called the Weenies.
She goes, Adam, do you need questions for your Q&A? When my friends would be like, what's your opinion on Mariah's new song or something. So she goes, "Are you a virgin?"
If you're in the Colleen Ballinger fandom, you know about this group chat. She's also asking.
And she asked me what my favorite sex position is. Now, if that doesn't validate any of the stories that she would be talking openly about her sex with her ex-husband to me, then I don't know what will. Or speaking about, sex with her, boyfriend at the time whenever she was on her Hawaii trip, I don't know what will. That literally in a group chat of a lot of people, she was asking me questions about my sex life at 15. And by the way, these messages were not even leaked by me. Someone in that group chat started leaking all of this stuff because someone else in this chat...
And it ends right, luckily it just ends right there. So with that, I can't believe that she would even, let me let my camera focus here. I can't believe that she was even asking him those questions. So to bring some context, I believe that Adam Mcintyre was trying to get like a Q&A for his channel. And those are the questions that she asked? A 15-year-old? Like, what? And I get that. I feel like Miranda Sings maybe got like labeled as like an edgy, what do you call it? Like edgelord? That's what people call it? Edgy or whatever. But that to a 15-year-old, I remember the other day, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was, oh yeah, because we're filming like a little reality show, right? And I remember I was in this like office area, and I was like, the cameras were rolling, and I remember I was like walking and I was talking, and I totally I said one bad word, and my friend was like, "Rich, stop, there's a kid right here." I was like, "Oh, cut, can we run that back?" And it was like, I'm lucky I had someone there to like set a boundary, because I didn't even know that there was a kid there. But like when you're just so comfortable talking about it in a room, then you just don't even realize that there's children there, and you're just cussing, So I'm glad that they caught it back. And the mother didn't even like hear what we were talking about, so they had no idea. But it was just like that level of like setting boundaries, right? So I think that Colleen did not have any type of boundaries with these young minors that she was talking to, because I get it. Like, I like to feel like my audience that watches me is not underage kids, right? But let's just say that like they were, let's say like majority of my audience were underage or teens, then the people who would be in my DMs and messaging me and liking my stuff would all be under a young influence. So to sit there and engage with them, I would have to know, hey, this is your audience, so be mindful of the things you say and what you're putting out and how you talk to them. Because if not, then what's happening to Colleen Ballinger will just keep happening again to other people. So anyways, that's all I want to say about all that drama. If you made this far in the video, leave a crown, king, heart emoji or whatever, any type of emoji in the chat. And best wishes to Adam Mcintyre and Cody Rants. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.